Hey guys, well, I guess I decided to record my prayer, and welcome to another episode with me. And today's video is actually like, wow, it's amazing! Oh my god, this is so cool. So this thing just turned off. I asked God if there was a way to turn that off, and as soon as I was done with the prayer, that machine, there was this background machine that was so annoying, just turned off. So that was amazing. This is my life. It's so magical. All right, so it's been a year that we've been dealing with this thing called COVID-19, the coronavirus, and it was time for me to make a video. They really wanted me to make this video, and basically it's a video that says the spiritual reason why people get COVID-19, aka the coronavirus. And yeah, this video is really based on the energetic and subconscious observations that I've been seeing in people for the past year. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just, I don't know, things are funny. And it's just everything is so synchronized in my life right now. And I think it's just time to speak about it. It's time to speak about it in terms of truth. It's time to speak about it in terms of what you can do if you have the coronavirus, if you've had the coronavirus, what it truly means in your life. And so I invite you to get your glass of wine and stay tuned. Or coffee. Alright guys, welcome back. Well, I'm actually pretty excited to make this video because it's an important ass video. It's really important. So I noticed that a lot of people have taken interest into the spiritual reason of why things happen, and I think that that's awesome. I am so proud of the people that are looking into these things, like the spiritual reason why we get blackouts. The alcohol blackouts is becoming a popular video, and the spiritual reason why we have goosebumps, that's becoming a popular video. So it was only a natural progression for me to make a video on the spiritual reason why people get coronavirus. But before I start, I can't help but to tell you guys that if you see something weird in my eyes, it's because I have a small rash in my eyes. So yes, I did my makeup, but I woke up with a little bit of psoriasis, actually, very mild. And it is what it is. So please leave your comments free of it, and let's get on with the show. So the real reason, the spiritual reason why we get the coronavirus is because the coronavirus is here to amplify the problems that are already here, that are already in our minds, in our lives, and especially in our subconscious mind. Our soul lies in our subconscious mind. The problem is that we are not curious enough to understand what our subconscious mind is. The people that are watching this video, though, because everything works through vibration, you guys are in a higher level of consciousness, and this is why you've been led to watch this video. And so you probably already know that there is a subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is directly connected to your soul. It's directly connected to your heart. That is where all your traumas lie, but that is also where all the magic of your life, the magic of your soul, your infinite self lies as well. And what the coronavirus does, I'll tell you really quick what a lot of people have talked about as far as the coronavirus. So they say that because it's called the coronavirus, it's here to hinder the corona, right? Your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is your direct connection to source, to God, to your higher self, and to unlimited potential. And when you get a virus like this, what it does is that it hinders even more so that potential. This is what many people are saying, and I do believe that there's truth to that. But here's what I say, and here's my observation as a psychic medium who perceives subconscious thought and subconscious vibrations, energetic vibrations from people, both energy form, vibrational form, and also now physical form. For I can see many times now people's auras. It's amazing, you know. I see the specks of light of whatever color their aura, their energy fields are omitting. And what I see, here's the thing, what I really see is that people are not living their truth. And the people that are not living their truth are very vulnerable to getting this virus. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. So a lot of times we believe that it's already people that are sick. And yes, there's a lot of truth to that, because it's amplifying a disease. It's already amplifying a sickness. Many doctors have been coming out more silently, but you know what? I don't even think it's silently. I think it's more like the media is not putting them out there, not giving them the attention. But many doctors are going to Congress right now, and they have been talking about how people are not necessarily dying from the virus. You guys have probably already know that. They're dying from the conditions, from already the pre-existing conditions that they had, and the virus just amplifies it. And when we have pre-existing conditions in our bodies, that means that you're also not living your truth, because any form of disease means that there is a dis-ease in the body, and the mind is connected to the body, so there's also a dis-ease of the mind. For there to be a dis-ease of the mind, that means that you're not on your path. You're not, in some form of way, you're not living your truth. And so if we fast forward into, okay, we kind of know this, Iris. I heard you talking about not living your truth. I've already heard this before. I get it. So let's fast forward into, like, how are people not living the truth? This is the nitty-gritty of this video. Well, there's different ways that many of us don't live our truths, and this is the observation that I've been seeing in people. Many of us, especially the people that get the virus, are living double lives. We are living lies. Okay, we are in one job when we really should be in another job. We are in one relationship when we really wish to be either with someone else or out of the relationship. If you're suffering from loneliness, the coronavirus is going to amplify your loneliness. If you're suffering from fear, the coronavirus is going to amplify the fear. If you are a closeted homosexual, the coronavirus is going to amplify all the things that keep you closeted. You see, it's not going to amplify your homosexuality per se. It's going to amplify the parts of yourself that you're not living in alignment with. If you are, especially, I want to say especially for the people that are suffering from relationships and that are suffering from careers, because our careers is our second life. We spend most of our time in our jobs. We spend more time in our jobs than we do with our family. So if you are in the career that is not satisfying your soul, you are most likely, and you keep going to work, and you keep thinking that you have to do it, or you keep making excuses for yourself, which is exactly what we love to do. We love to make excuses. We love to, justify the income and justify the health care. I'm going to tell you something about health care. We don't really need it. We don't really need it. When you are in alignment with your life, except for the people that really do need it, most people don't use their health care. Most people are paying hundreds of dollars a month for something that they're not using. Well, just in case, that programs the subconscious mind for sickness, by the way. So this is what most of us are doing. And when you're living in alignment with where you are and who you are, which takes a lot of courage, I have to say. It takes a lot of courage to quit your job. It takes a lot of courage to go against the grain. You're not going to need health care, because your mind is not going to be with disease. It's not going to be with disease. It's really it. Your mind and your body are going to be at ease, because they're going to be in alignment with the things that you want. The problem is that we have been so programmed to stay there. There's so much fear and there's so much comfort. There is laziness that is involved. I truly believe that we are all creators. I don't believe, I know that we are all creators, and we don't want to tap into our creator power because we're actually kind of afraid of that power. We're afraid of what will happen. I'll give you an example. I met someone the other day, and he was saying how he discovered the law of attraction a long time ago, and he wanted a certain car, and he wanted it to be silver, and he wanted new teeth, and he discovered like the affirmations of the law of attraction. So he started calling himself a genius. And not only did he call himself a genius every day, and he had it posted in his sales job, he had also posted his goals. And then he said that when he started calling himself repeatedly genius, I know I'm a genius, I know I'm a genius. 2 days later, he got fired, and I told him congratulations. And then a month later after that, he got into a terrible, terrible accident where he was airlifted in a helicopter to the hospital, and the car was completely totaled. He got out of the hospital the next day because he didn't have not really a scratch, but his face was swollen. And then he said that the next day when he got out of the hospital and he went home to make a meal, he took a bite of his sandwich and all his teeth fell off. And so not only did he get a new car from the insurance, and it was the car that he wanted and the color of silver, but he also got new teeth. And then the thing is that we were laughing about it because he's like, well, I could have easily gotten $20,000 and I could have done those things. But the reality was that I wasn't going to make that. I wasn't going to take those 20 grand and invest it in teeth. You know, he's like, I was going to take those 20 grand and go on vacation and invest it in some other way. And so this is a prime example of somebody who is beginning to live their truth, but who was honest enough to tell me that even if the universe or God provided them with the money, they weren't going to live their truth. They were going to spend it in some other way. And so because this person had this goal so deeply ingrained in them, the universe still delivered in a different way. And so this is a prime example of somebody tapping into their creator power. And I highly suggest that you guys begin to do that. You know, if you have goals in mind, if you really want to change, which I'm sure a lot of us do, come on, right now we're in the perfect time for change. If you have gone through the coronavirus and you realize that you don't want to be in the relationship you're in, you don't want to be in the marriages you're in, this is the most prime time to put your goals out into the universe, put them in a way where you can see them every day, and let the universe rearrange itself for you. Ask God, ask your helpers or the universe, like, hey, I'm ready for this thing. I'm ready to make some changes. Be specific. You know, I want it to be in a way that is ethical. I want it to be in a way that will bring joy and that will bring the least amount of pain to other people. Because every great idea will meet opposition. You know, many people will make you feel guilty for the changes that you want to do, especially if it has to do with a husband or a wife, right? Or children. And so if you begin to declare the things that you truly want in a specific way and put them in places where you can see it, I like to put it on my phone, to be honest. You're going to see magic. You're going to see a lot of beautiful things beginning to rearrange in your life. And you're going to start to live in alignment and live in your truth. And this is why I really needed to make this video, because I also feel like I'm a living embodiment of living my truth. You know, lately, life has gotten even more magical for me. Things are happening to the T. To the T. Yeah, things are happening to the T. I remember God telling me before I left the United States that I was going to meet amazing people, and I was going to meet more people that are on my level, in my mental space, my head space. And the reality is that the first 2 months that I was in Costa Rica, I was more doing soul work. I was doing work. But now it has been so amazing. Like, now I'm socializing and I'm meeting all these super high vibrational human beings that understand exactly what's going on, that know how to tap into their creative power, that have left the country and they just dive into the things that they want, just like I am. And it feels really good, and I want to be that example for you guys. And and go live your truth, you know. It's important to practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is what neutralizes negative patterns. We are all in a bunch of negative patterns from our ancestry. This is why we're stuck in shitty marriages and shitty jobs. This is the real reason. This is why we're stuck with shitty parents. Because we have an ancestral lineage that we have to comply with. But if we practice forgiveness, which I've talked about it many times, if we practice forgiveness, you begin to neutralize these negative patterns, and then more can be revealed to you. And you begin to become the creator, and you begin to follow the signs. And so, this is my video for you guys today, letting you know what the spiritual reason of the coronavirus is. You know, not everybody makes it. You know, some people have to perish, and that is the sad truth about things. But when you look at humanity as eternal, because we are eternal beings, all of a sudden that sadness doesn't have to be so strong, and you realize that they will have another chance to come back again, and you will realize that it was their time to go anyway. If you're watching this video, chances is that it's not your time to go. So it's your time to make some changes. It's your time to take action. It's your time to surrender to your fear, surrender to whatever it is you're going through, and take it to the next level. So I have a lot of compassion for people that are going through a very hard time right now. Many of us are going through excruciating times, you know, losing our jobs, losing our houses, losing our cars, means of transportation, realizing that the husband that has been there for, you know, the past 10 years is not really the person that you want to continue having a life with. That's extremely difficult. But it's a blessing. It's a true blessing. And it starts with forgiveness. Forgiveness is what will open the way for you to understand that it's okay to let go. And so let's begin to forgive ourselves, and let's begin to declare to the world, declare to the universe what we truly want, so we can begin to continue to live in alignment and in truth, really. Because what's coming, it's going to propel us and push us towards that way. The changes that are going to take place in the next couple of years are going to be so rough that if you don't live in truth, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. And that's going to be my next video, because Spirit really wants me to talk about this. I invite you to the next video. And the next video is what will take place in this coming year, 2021 and 2022. And it's an urgent video. It's an extremely important video. And my blessings goes out to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Share it with anyone that is wanting to understand the metaphysical aspect of things, especially this virus and these changes. Especially if that person is living a lie. Whoops. And so I love you guys. You know where to find me. And if you want to get closer to me, follow me on social media, Instagram. And I'll catch you guys next time. And I'll catch you next time. Okay. Bye.